I'm Cynthia Peters from the Farm Cooking School in beautiful Prince Edward County. Today we're going to be doing two very interesting traditional twists on some Christmas cookies. This is a time during the year where you really can have fun in the kitchen, baking your favorite cookies, and even sharing them with family and friends throughout the season. The first one we're going to be doing is a gingerbread cookie. A lot of times we think of gingerbread houses, but this is going to be a chewy, crackly cookie that has a wonderful crust on the outside, rolled in sugar, with some ground almonds and a little touch of dark rum. You can substitute vanilla if you like, but I think rum is certainly festive for the season. So first of all, we're going to be using room temperature butter. It's a lot easier to start with. And you're going to be adding your 2 sugars. And just do a little bit at a time so that you mix it a lot better and it's incorporated. So we've got the brown sugar. I like using the dark brown sugar versus the lighter brown sugar. It's got more flavor and it certainly matches well with the dark molasses that's going to be part of these cookies. Next, we're going to add in, this is organic cane sugar. Again, you could use white sugar. This, I like the texture. It's a little bit coarser, and it also has a little bit more flavor than the white sugar. So again, you're really creaming this, needing to mix this really well. The other nice thing about this particular recipe is that you can make these balls ahead of time and place them in your freezer. So at a moment's notice, you can have fresh gingerbread cookies with that wonderful aroma going through your house. So again, a lot easier to cream if your butter is room temperature. You could double this recipe and actually do it in your KitchenAid or whatever mixer that you have to do larger batches. Next comes the egg yolk. Make sure you break that down nicely, stirring really well. Then we move over to the molasses. Get all of that out. Sometimes it's a little bit sticky. There we go. And then your dark rum. Again, a little more flavor than the traditional white rum. Mix that in really well. Okay, now we're going to move over to the dry ingredients. And here, I'm using whole wheat flour today. You can use regular white flour if you wish, but this gives it a little more nutty flavor and obviously is a bit healthier for you. The spices that we're using today is fresh cinnamon, ginger, and some ground cloves, and a touch of salt. So we're going to put that in, and a little bit of soda. So again, mix these up well first before you add in your final ingredient. This is the little twist that I liked adding to this particular recipe, and this is crushed almonds. This is much easier to buy than to try to pulverize yourself. So just make sure you keep them fresh and sealed in the fridge, because nuts can go off if you don't keep them nice and sealed in the fridge. So you've mixed this really well so that all of the spices, almonds, and flour are well incorporated. And then you're going to slowly add a bit at a time into your batter here. This is where you need a little bit of elbow grease to get everything incorporated. When I make large batches, I do use my mix master. So again, do a little bit at a time. Really making sure it's well incorporated. And the trick with this dough as well is you want it to rest for about 15 minutes in the fridge before you start creating the balls. This allows for the butter to harden up a little bit, and it's much easier to handle because you're going to be using your hands to create these balls, which are just a bit smaller than a golf ball. This is your dough. It looks like a typical gingerbread dough when you're finished. What's new is the beautiful texture and little extra unique flavors we put in this particular recipe. The next step in preparing these cookies is to roll it in some sugar. Again, I have the cane sugar here today, but white sugar would work perfectly fine. Wet your hands, that's very important. And you're getting just about a bit more than a tablespoon. You'll get your rhythm after a while once you do a few of these to know the size of dough to scoop from the bowl. So the trick here in most instances is to do all your balls first though, because your hands are wet before you roll it in the sugar. But for today's purposes, I'm just showing you two here. But it's a lot easier technique because you'll be running to the sink back and forth. It's again just a gentle little roll in the sugar. We're using Culinary Parchment baking paper today. It really is an essential tool in your holiday kitchen. It prevents your cookies from burning, protects your pans, and most important, easy cleanup. So we're about to put them in the oven now. We've got it for about 10 to 12 minutes. You'll know when they're done when they have a beautiful crackled top on them. When these cookies are hot out of the oven, they're actually quite delicate. So that's why it's so important to use parchment paper, not only for the sake of getting them off of the pan easily, but because of the high sugar content in so many cookies, it can easily burn if you didn't use Culinary Parchment paper. So let them sit here and cool for at least 15 to 30 minutes. This will give you the texture that you're looking for, the nice chewy gingerbread. These spicy gingerbread cookies have been a real holiday favorite in my home. So enjoy them, and I'm sure your family and friends will love them as much as I do.